Weather.
Did you see some of these clouds in the sky earlier today? A lot of folks did, and these were some of the best looking mammatus clouds that we saw over central Alabama as the sun was going down in Calhoun County. Thanks to Michelle Miklick for those. Just gorgeous behind those heavy thunderstorms that passed through. And speaking of heavy, that southwest flow that's kept us stormy for the last 48 hours has already put down between 3 and we think as much as 6 or 7 inches of rain based on radar estimates in southwestern Winston County. Couldn't find a rain gauge there around Lynn, but wouldn't be surprised if it's not 5+. Jasper's had over 3, Winfield about 4.5, Brilliant even more than that. Coleman, Hayden, and Trussville over 2 inches. And that's sandwiched right up next to places that have barely had enough to settle the dust and pollen within the last few days. And that is life around here this time of year. Scattered showers and thunderstorms are gone for now, but they are going to develop again overnight into tomorrow morning. Temperatures holding in the low 60s. We'll likely see a few downpours even as buses are rolling early on Wednesday. And then more scattered heavy thunderstorms will fire up in the afternoon. And that's where the impact weather really starts to take hold yet again. Look at this, 6 o'clock in the morning, could get a brief downpour even in Birmingham or Good Hope, Coleman, West Point, possibly even around Hackleburg and then toward Aniana, Gadsden, even Calera or Winterboro, a brief downpour early. By 9 a.m., a lot of that shifts up toward Gadsden and Center, Guntersville, Double Springs, Hamilton. But then watch this. By about midday, new thunderstorms start to fire up, and we have plenty of fuel. That's what all this bright color represents, especially these almost white-looking spots just to the west of Pickens County. That's where we get up toward extreme instability about 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Fortunately, there's not a lot of wind shear, not a lot of muscle to keep the storms going, but this is certainly enough to fuel some heavy ones that will have a lot of lightning, some small hail, and some heavy rainfall. And because some of these storms will move over some of the same areas that have been hit with heavy rain over the last 2 days already, some localized flash flooding is possible on Wednesday. So it's mainly storms in the afternoon tomorrow, but we will see some downpours that happen maybe even as early as 5, 6 a.m. Most of us don't see too much rain before noon, but a few could. Heavier downpours between noon and about 6 or 7 o'clock tomorrow evening. Thursday and Friday, it's going to be very similar to that. By Saturday and Sunday, though, here's some good news. You've got the race weekend at the Super Speedway, 85 Saturday, 86 on Sunday. A downpour is still possible on Saturday, but I think Sunday is mostly just dry and very warm and very humid, and we're borderline hot going into the first part of next week with highs in the upper 80s.